Ladies, do you believe that you're an immortal human being that doesn't need food to exist? If so, you should start the Justice League. If you think that's a wild statement, of course you don't believe that, then you also don't believe in starvation mode. Yesterday, I asked my audience in my stories if they thought starvation mode still existed, and you could see that 41% said yes, 22% said, I'm not exactly sure, which is concerning. So let's clear this up so you don't fall for any more scams or do some dumb shit this year. And I could go down the science route and tell you all about the Minnesota starvation experiment done in the 1950s. Go Google that. That debunked starvation mode. However, I just want you to put on your thinking caps. Just is critically think. We're all adults here, right? If starvation mode was the thing where if your body gets too few calories because you're not feeding it for your diet or because it's scared because of cortisol spikes and stress, wouldn't the fattest people on earth be in like war zones, famine torn countries, third world places? Is that where we see the biggest humans on earth? If that were the case, wouldn't anorexia not be a thing? Wouldn't women trapped in war zones that literally could die at any moment be very, very obese? If this were a thing, we wouldn't need things like food aid programs, the UN food program to send international, supplies to places like that, right? The world would just say starvation mode's going to kick in for them, so we don't need to worry about it. They'll get food when they get food. That's dumb. So, starvation mode does not exist. Metabolic adaptation does exist, but it cannot prevent fat loss. If you are truly in a deficit, if you are eating as little as you think, like 800 calories, 1200 calories, and you're not losing weight, I'm sorry to break it to you. You're just not in a deficit. And it doesn't mean that you're lying. It just means that maybe you're grossly overestimating how much you're moving and how much you're working out, or you're grossly underestimating how much you're actually eating. This is very common. And I need you to swallow that hard pill because if you cannot, you are going to essentially fall into the myth that I can't lose weight even though I'm not eating, which means your body's creating fat out of thin air. Before you type, but hormones, no, hormones cannot create fat out of thin air. You need calories to create fat. So if you believe I'm wrong, if you think I have got this all twisted, put it in the comments below. Convince me otherwise. If you maybe have gotten your mind changed about starvation mode and you like this kind of advice, give me a follow.